Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Monday afternoon, 12 p.m. right now, and I am heading to office. But in this video I am going to talk about the chain tensioner replacement on my motorcycle. So you can see the new tensioner. It is black in color and it is a little bit longer in length. The OEM chain tensioner, the original chain tensioner which came stock with the motorcycle, was aluminum in color and it was a little shorter. So this one got changed around a month ago, but I did not make a video that time because I wanted to test this chain tensioner for a long term, and only after that I wanted to give my impressions on it. And you guys already know that many other motorcycles have got their chain tensioner changed. It is basically a recall by Aprilia India. They are changing chain tensioner on every motorcycle, whether you have issue with the chain tensioner or not. They are doing it. So I was in one of the first lot when the chain tensioner got changed. I think I changed it in the month of May ending. I even made a video when I changed the clutch cable on my motorcycle that time. In that video you can see the chain tensioner is already changed, but I did not make a video. So in this video I am going to cover the issue of chain tensioner, whether it is a successful move by Aprilia India or not. I am also going to talk about the reliability of this motorcycle, and let me show you the kilometer reading. So the odometer reading states 23,205 kilometers. So this bike has done 23,000 plus kilometers. And I also changed the exhaust on this bike. Previously I was running on the GPR Ghost exhaust. That was an underbelly full system exhaust, and yesterday I was kind of getting bored with this exhaust. I thought, for a change, let's put the GPR full system titanium exhaust. So look wise I like this exhaust more than the Ghost, but the Ghost sounds way more louder than this exhaust, and that even has chances of attracting cops. If in this exhaust, if you are using the DB killer, there is no way anyone will be able to make out that you are running on a custom exhaust. But without the DB killer, even this one makes a lot of sound. It's just that the GPR Ghost is way more louder with the DB killer and without the DB killer when compared to this exhaust. So let me cold start the motorcycle. By the time it cold starts, I'll wait for some time and then we'll leave to work. So this video is going to be very important, guys, and I'm going to talk about the chain tensioner, also the reliability, and everything is going to be covered in depth. So you don't want to miss any part of this video, and hence let's get started with the video. This exhaust is very quiet with the DB killer. Previous exhaust was very loud. I wasn't even able to listen to music when I was commuting to office with the DB killer. But in this exhaust, it is peaceful, no attraction from the cops. And I am going to office a little early today, so expecting some traffic today because it is just 12 p.m. I think I should reach at around 1:15 or 1:10. Should take 1 hour 15 minutes for me to reach. The quick shifter really comes in handy. I use it almost every time. Only when the revs drop below 4000 rpm I don't use the quick shifter on the auto blipper, but above 4000 rpm it is such a piece of cake shifting gears. So let's dive into the topic of today's video, that is the chain tensioner. So as you guys already know, many owners across India have faced chain tensioner issues on their motorcycle, even though company was changing it under warranty, and even after that they were still getting repeated chain tensioner issues. And hence Aprilia India decided to change the chain tensioner itself. They have changed the vendor, and not only for the chain tensioner, they have changed the vendor for most of the parts. So it's going to be a completely new quality product which you will get from the 2025 model onwards. Not the initial models which were delivered this year, but at least from the Q3 and the Q4. Right now Q3 is about to start, so I'm expecting from Q3 the motorcycles will come with a great quality. Now coming to the chain tensioner, so when Aprilia decided to change the chain tensioner, they started recalling all the motorcycles, and that's when even I got notified from Motorplex Hyderabad that the new chain tensioner has arrived. It was a month ago. And because I did not face any issues with my chain tensioner till date, I thought of getting it changed because anyhow it's a recall. So I got it changed, and I have done around 2500 kilometers with the new chain tensioner also, and till now I haven't faced any issues with this tensioner as well. And many other users have also reported that after changing the new chain tensioner, they were not having issues, but a couple of issues are still being reported. I think they should, even all these things should be fixed. And the great thing about Aprilia India is that they are listening to the customer. That is very much important. They have extended the warranty. Now it is 4 years and 48,000 kilometers. And I know that KTM and Honda is offering 10 years of warranty. That is only applicable to the sales which were done up till 30th June. So that is just a marketing tactics so that they increase the sales of these motorcycles. They are not providing it infinitely for all the bikes. But Aprilia India's announcement is applicable for new owners as well as old owners. You need, if you are an existing owner of RS457, you need not do anything. From the purchase date of your motorcycle, it is covered under warranty for next 48 months. You don't have to do any other documentation or approval to claim the warranty. I know many of the upcoming owners are still confused whether they should go with the RS457 or not, because I see n number of comments in every video I upload, and also people keep reaching out to me through Instagram and they ask me whether I should go for this bike or not, because there was already a lot of noise about RS457's reliability. It came into question because engines were getting blown, and many other users were also posting issues about their motorcycles. But then you will see many motorcycles which are running without issues as well. Now, having said that, if I say my bike is running good, all the motorcycles should run good, that's not true. It depends on how you maintain it. And even sometimes if you maintain it well, there are chances that you will face issues with your motorcycle. That's where the quality control is coming into picture, and Aprilia India is fixing the quality control by changing the vendors of the spare parts. So the quality should improve from now, and I have confidence in this brand because this is a first generation product. Of course it will have issues, and if you are still confused whether you should go for this bike or not, it is simple, clear. If you give priority to performance, if you give priority to precision handling, then go for the RS457. But if performance is not your priority and reliability is your topmost priority, then go for the Japanese motorcycle. It is simple. And even now, I have told this multiple times in my videos, if I have to choose a motorcycle even to date, you give me 5 or 7 lakh rupee, I will go with the RS457 only, because I like performance. I want the bike to handle well. I want the bike to have all the necessary hardware. That's where Aprilia comes into picture. Once I accelerate this motorcycle, the way it gains speed, it pumps in so much adrenaline that I can't get over this motorcycle. That's why I ride this bike every day to office. Riding at 80 kilometers, I don't feel like a punishment. It's a treat to me. And touch wood, there hasn't been any issues with my motorcycle till date. And this is the only motorcycle which has done so many kilometers. First service, second service, third service. Every milestone is achieved on this bike, and this is the world's first RS457 if you are not aware. So I can proudly say that my bike hasn't given me any major issues. Yes, I have faced a few issues like battery drain, suspension seal going off, TFT console has been changed, also the rear indicator has been changed. These things are not major, and once if the bike is covered under warranty, you can get it replaced anytime. And that's where I say if you go with the Japanese bikes, you will not have these many replacements on your motorcycle within the first year of ownership. I think I crossed the red signal. I had to wait, but I entered the tunnel. Okay, let's continue. And Google Map shows 1 hour 22 minutes for next 30 kilometers for the destination. I'm expecting the traffic is very high. This is the usual commute timing. Usually I start in the afternoon, let's say around 1 or 2 p.m. But today I started early. It's quite obvious that I will face traffic. But good thing is that the sun is not out today, and the weather forecast states that there will be slight drizzle. So the temperatures will remain low, good for riding the motorcycle. Just love the way this bike handles. And braking is definitely an issue. The panic braking scenarios at lower speeds, ABS tends to kick in a lot. Aprilia needs to fix that. I have made a dedicated video on the braking issue as well, but still it hasn't been fixed. But at higher speeds it performs good, satisfactory, like KTM Duke 390 levels. The braking setup is same as the KTM Duke 390. Brake pads also are sintered. It's from Brembo. Right now my bike is running with crank 1 sintered pads, and these pads are performing same like the Brembo sintered pads which we get stock with the motorcycle. So I don't have issue with braking at higher speeds, but braking at lower speeds when you are, let's say, less than 60 kmph of speed and you grab a handful of the lever, that's when the ABS kicks in and it just pumps out the braking pressure, and the bike tends to take a lot more distance to stop, and that's where the situation becomes challenging. And for a solution to that, I use the ABS switch off option. Once I switch off the rear ABS, the front intervention also reduces. That solves that problem. But the challenge with that is every time you switch off your motorcycle and switch it on, the ABS will go on. I mean to say the rear ABS, and then again you will have to manually switch it off. So this is a workaround I'm following, but Aprilia should definitely work on this. Every time I accelerate it, oh my god, it's such a fun motorcycle, even in the city. That's why I like sub 500cc category motorcycles. It can be your daily driver, it can be your companion on the weekend rides. You can take it on the highway for long tours also, if you are comfortable riding a super sport, only then. But I have done everything on this motorcycle. That's why I was able to clock 23,000 in just 14 months of ownership. And dealer network is also something which Aprilia India should look at. In Hyderabad, entire Telangana, there is only one dealership as of now. I know in Bangalore there are a couple of dealerships who deal with the RS457s. Like I think there are 3 service centers out there, but in Hyderabad we have only one. The good thing is that Motoplex Hyderabad is a very good service center. I think it's the best service center across country, and Aprilia India should take some learnings from this service center, and they have to give feedback to the other service center, because people reach out to me from across India, like cities like Kolkata, Bhopal, Jaipur, Delhi, Noida, all these places, and they say that the service levels are not that great. So there is of course an opportunity to improve the service network. Aprilia India should come up with a plan of action. They should have some SOPs in place that the technician has to follow when the customer takes their bike to go to get it serviced at the service center or get some repairs. And also the warranty claim, in Hyderabad we never get denied with the warranty claim. That's one good thing. But I have heard from other cities that those service centers straight away say that it will not be covered under warranty. Even simple things like changing the radiator guard, they say that the warranty will be void, which is absolutely bullshit. How can your bike's warranty be void when you install a radiator guard? It is absolute bullshit. I don't accept that, and that practice should not be followed. I'm sure Aprilia India does not follow this, but these service centers are conveying all these wrong information to the customers, and that's where Aprilia India should come into picture, because these service centers are authorized by Aprilia, so they should have a check on these service centers as well. but I'm sure if they fix the service center issues across India, this product is going to sell in huge numbers. If any owner decides to spend 5 lakh on a motorcycle, it's their hard-earned money, and then they don't want to get disappointed while getting support from the service center. And service center experience is very important when you are selling motorcycles in the premium segment. This is not a commuter motorcycle. It's a high performing machine. It demands huge level of care, and you can't just service it like a regular commuter motorcycle. You need to have that level of commitment. When you sell the motorcycle, you should have the capability to service it, to maintain it, to take care of owner issues, because customer obsession should be the #1 priority for any company. Only then the product becomes successful. And it's a huge opportunity for Aprilia India. They should definitely work on their service centers. I'm sure Aprilia officials are looking at this video. I know it might look a bit harsh when I'm talking about the service centers like this, but you need to take the customer feedback, and once you implement it, we will be here to appraise you. That's how a brand becomes successful. And I must say, within the first 1 year, the motorcycle has done wonders for me, and for the years to come, it is only going to improve. And that's a good thing about Aprilia India. Any motorcycle, when it is new in the market, owners do face issues, but Aprilia RS 457 had a lot of issues. Good that they are getting resolved, but Aprilia India should not stop resolving these issues. They should constantly be on their toes and try to come up with new feature enhancement, take the customer feedback, improve the product. That should be the agenda. No doubt it's an Italian machine, performs wonderfully, but if customers are not satisfied, then it becomes a challenge for the product. So that's all I had about the information that I wanted to give in this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you still have open questions, feel free to post them in the comment section below. And if you disagree with my thoughts, that is absolutely fine. Put your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's have a healthy discussion. We are here to improve the product. We are here to share our experiences, and whether it is good or bad, everything has to be shared. That's how this community should grow. My Instagram handle is PrakashSuraj17. If you have a question, you can post it out there. Whenever I get time, I do respond. And do follow me on Instagram, because I post some awesome contents over there as well. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, because it is free for you, but it definitely helps me a lot. With that, I will sign off from this video, and I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.